After a shootout loss to the Flyers in Philadelphia last night, Montreal takes on the San Jose Sharks at home. Hey, everybody. I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge. We got game number 41 to review right now. I have some news before the game. I've got the lineups, I've got game stats, and I got also this thing called the Guess the Score contest. If you guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, and you can pick that guy from either team. And if you are the first person in the comments with that guess, you win the prize, $10 directly into your bank account via Interac. All right. So, like I said, it's game number 41, San Jose. The Sharks have lost their last 12 games, and they're kind of due for a win, you got to think, right? All of them were losses in regulation, so no points in those 12 games. They also had one goal or less in 8 of those 12 games. And I said, Mike Hoffman has only 1 point in those 12 games. He's scoring tonight. You got to figure Mike Hoffman is scoring tonight. But is it a trap game for Montreal? Montreal a little higher than them in the standings, and they're just kind of due to win. You've got to figure. We beat them 3-2 in overtime. No, in a shootout, I think, in San Jose. First game of the season of 2 meetings. This will be the second and last of the season. This could be a trap game for Montreal, so that's my worry. Last night's game against the Flyers. Flyers were the better team overall. Got to say, Caden Primo was fantastic. I'll say this first. Caden Primo stole a point last night. Let's face it, he did. He stole a point, the best Hab on the ice, and he needs more starts. That was his 9th, I think, of the season. That's not enough, 9. We're halfway through the season. He's a young goalie, needs more starts. So they got to do something about fixing this or fixing up this 3-goalie situation they've got. It went to overtime last night, of course, because it was in the shootout that they lost. Jake Evans was on for 3 minutes in overtime, and I don't get that. Slavkovsky didn't get that much time. Like, there were players that you'd think would be better suited for overtime, so I don't know. You got to question that. As much as I love Coach Marty, you got to question that, and I think it's just, some brain farts from a young coach. He's still a young coach, still learning. I don't know, but you got to question that. Apparently, Monty Snacks, that's his nickname that the boys call him. Monty gets to start tonight, and we'll start on, you got to figure on Monday versus Colorado, right? So, that's my opinion. Who starts Saturday versus the Oilers? That could be a tough game for them. So who starts there? I would just start Monty all 3 games. But honestly, I would probably not start him tonight and give Allen the start tonight. Start Monty on Saturday and Monday. That's kind of what I would do. But there are a few tough games coming up, so we'll see what happens there. But I assume that I had assumed Allen was going to get the start today. And, the projected lineups, they give you sort of like a little status report, and it said Montembeault could get the start. So it's a projected lineup. It's still possible Allen gets the start. He is backing him up if not. So, that makes more sense to me. So we'll see what happens there. My guess for this guess the score contest is I'm still confident Montreal's going to beat them, which probably means they're not. But Montreal's going to win 5-1. And the one goal is going to be from Mike Hoffman, and it's going to open up the game. So 5-1, Hoffman with the first goal. But Montreal wins. That's how I see that. Let's get to the preview right away. Before I do that, just want to ask you guys, we got a new channel started. It's called Don't Puck with Media. It's going to be covering all the NHL. There will be a link in the description. There is our first video, just a welcoming video, explains a little bit. That is up now. Please go over there and give us a subscribe. Really appreciate that. And let's get to the game. San Jose Sharks 9-29-3 against Montreal Canadiens 17-17-6. So still at 500. How to watch this game? Excuse me. 7 p.m. Eastern. 4 p.m. Pacific. In Canadiens region, it's on TSN2 in English and RDS in French. In the Sharks region, NBC Sports California. Streaming ESPN Plus, RDS, TSN, and where I'm going to watch it on Sportsnet. I wouldn't suggest watching it there. Their service has been sucky lately. Season series, like I said, we beat them 3-2 in the shootout November 24th and playing them tonight. Last 10 games, they are 0-10-0. Montreal 4-4-2, and they lost their last game to the Flyers last night in the shootout. Home and away, San Jose is away. They're 3-18-0 on the road. Yuck. But Montreal's 8-12-0 at home. Not great. And they could be taken here, and this could be a trap game. And it's second game, a back-to-back for Montreal, too. That has to come into effect. I still think Montreal should be good enough to beat these guys. So, refs tonight. The wonderful, not so wonderful, Ghislain Hebert and Eric Furlat. Just never really, very, very rarely a good game under Hebert. So we'll see how that works out tonight. I don't like them. I don't like too many of the refs. I don't think I like any of the refs. Atlantic standings, top to bottom: Boston, Florida, Toronto, Tampa, Detroit, Montreal, Buffalo, and Ottawa. In the NHL, bottom 10, St. Louis, Calgary, Montreal still there in 8th from the bottom. Minnesota, Buffalo, Columbus, Anaheim, Ottawa, Chicago, and San Jose bringing up the rear, which is where I expect them to be by the end of the season. So doesn't mean they'll get the first overall. This is the tail of the tape. Scoring chances for percentage, 45.6%. 28th for Montreal, 39.2%, 32nd for the Sharks. Goals per game, 2.73 for Montreal, 28th, 1.98 for the Sharks. They're last in the league, not even 2 goals a game. Goals against per game, 3.40 for Montreal, 25th, 4.10 for the Sharks, 32nd. So Montreal's is not great, but that one's pretty bad. Still, that's why you're seeing why this could be a trap game. Power play percentage, 17.8% for Montreal, 23rd, and they're a little better, 19.4% from 19th. PK percentage, 72.4 for Montreal, 30th, 71% even for the Sharks. They're last, but not much difference there. Head-to-head record this year, 1-0-0 for Montreal, 0-0-1 for the Sharks. Face-offs. San Jose, 50.6% at the dot, 14th. Montreal, 54%, 4th. Although last night, Flyers trounced us there. Shots on goal allowed, shots on goal per game, 4 per game. Allowed, 35.6 for the Sharks, 33.6 for Montreal. And on goal 4 per game, 25.3 for the Sharks and 28.4 for Montreal. So Montreal a little bit better in those categories, but not much. Players to watch over the last 5 for points. You got Michael Granlund for them, 4 points, 3 for Nick Suzuki. Goals, Barabanov with 2 and Caulfield with 2. Assists, Granlund with 3 and Slavkovsky with 3. And plus minus, Emberson plus 1, Kovacevic plus 2. Team leaders and goals, Thomas Hertl with 13, Nick Suzuki with 12. Points, Hertl with 28, Suzuki with 34. Average time on ice, Ferraro 22.30 and Matheson 25.04. And wins, Kakinen 5 and Montembeault 9. San Jose top 5 in scoring. Hertl leads the way, 13 goals, 15 assists, 28 points, minus 24. Granlund, 5, 22, 27 points, minus 9. Zetterlund, 11, 6, 17 points, and a minus 16. I gotta have a drink. William Eklund, 7 goals, 10 assists, 17 points, minus 21. No, I'm not editing that out. Anthony Duclair, 7 goals, 7 assists, 14 points, minus 11. Habs top 5 in scoring. Suzuki leads the way, 12 goals, 22 assists, 34 points, -10. Caulfield, 11, 16, 27 points, -3. Matheson, 6 and 21 for 27 points, -9. Monahan, 11 and 13, 24 points, -8. And Slavkovsky, 4 and 11 for 15 points and a -7. Goalies tonight are Mackenzie Blackwood and Sam Montembeault. As far as I know, anyway. I think Blackwood is for sure. Monty, I'm not sure 100%. Blackwood, 4-16 and 2, 387 goals against, and an 890 save percentage. Monty with a 953 record and 293 goals against and a 906 save percentage. Let's see. Sharks lines: Hurdle, Eklund, and Hoffman, first line. Granlund, Duclair, and Zetterlund, second line. Kunin, Barabanov, and Bailey are the third line. And Carpenter, Zadina, and LeBanc, fourth line. Ferraro, Akodiak. I didn't say that very well. First pairing. Thrun and Ruda, second pairing. Vlasic and Addison, third pairing. Blackwood, starting. Kakinen backing him up. Habs lines, I believe, are they're unchanged from last night, but that's because they didn't do a practice. They had no morning skate, so there could be changes. Suzuki, Caulfield, Slavkovsky, Evans, Gallagher, Anderson, Monahan, Heineman, Ullinen, Stevens, Pizzetta, Armia, Matheson and Savard, Gooley and Barron, Struble and Harris. Those are the pairings. Monty starting, Allen backing him up, and we'll see if that is actually accurate. Like I said, they didn't have a morning skate, so those lines could change, and maybe should change a little bit. I was kind of expecting a change, but this is what we got. We'll have to wait till the game starts. I'll be back for the game at 7, doing our usual hangout and a post-game show right after. So hopefully you guys will join for that. Please check out the new channel. There is a video there. And check out the podcast. Everything's got a link in the description. And that's it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Give a thumbs up. Leave a guess for the Guess the Score contest. I'm going 5-1 Montreal, giving Mike Hoffman the first goal. Leave yours, and good luck to everybody. And that's it. Till next time, stay safe out there. Peace out, and I'll see you later. Ciao, everybody. Have a great day.